$18 an hour to making over $50,000 a month at 23 years old. And it's also the same system that allowed multiple traders to replace their income literally within months. And I know it sounds crazy, and I know it sounds too good to be true, and I know it sounds like a marketing scheme. You'll see. This is not some complicated ICT concepts. This is not TGR. This is no staring at charts all day. It's just one singular pattern, wickless candles. I stopped trying to predict the market, and I started letting the market tell me what it wants to do and just following it. The market is always searching for balance. What goes up has to come down. Simple as that. You're not taking 50 trades a week, hoping something works. You're waiting for one of the rarest and highest probability events on any chart. Then you execute the same way every single time. It's a mechanical edge, and you execute it over and over and over. So let's get into the charts. Let's get into the charts. Let me know if you guys can see the charts. Oh, what a refreshing view. You guys must be tired of staring at, you must be getting a bit tired of staring at the fucking slides. This is a much better view. Much, much better view. I didn't get the pairs to trade. No worries. We can see. Amazing. Amazing. Okay, let's go. So, number one, before you guys do anything, before you try to learn the strategy, before you try to trade it, add this indicator right here. X ghost wickless candles. All right. X ghost wickless. I'm seeing two TPs in one trend right there. Hold up. Add this indicator, guys. Let me remove the chat because now I got to focus and I'm going to explain this so you guys can understand. I'm going to be concise here. Boom. Chat is removed. I don't see what you guys say right now. All right. So, number one, add this indicator. X ghost wickless candles is completely free. I have no affiliation with this guy. I don't know who created it. I don't know who, like, his name X ghost. I don't know. But just add this. Trust me. Then go into settings and then remove tables because it's going to be this annoying thing up here. Remove tables and then choose a color here if you want. I just choose yellow. It doesn't matter. Boom. This indicator will show you two types of candles. Either, number one, a bullish candle with no bottom wick, or a bearish candle with no top wick. These are called no wick candles. And my whole philosophy of trading, my whole strategy is based off of these two candles. It's either, again, a bearish candle with no top wick like this one, or a bullish candle with no bottom wick like this one. All right, as you guys see, most candles, if you just scroll through, have wicks on both sides. This candle right here, wick on this side, wick on this side. This candle right here, wick on this side, wick on this side. This candle right here, wick on this side, wick on this side. Right? Most candles have wicks on both sides. They look something like this. I'm going to try to draw one out. Boom, boom. This is what most candles look like. Now, whenever a candle closes with no wick, it means that price has not gotten equally distributed throughout that candle. So as you guys see here, we have a red candle. Price has not gotten equally distributed throughout this candle. It's because since this candle is opened, which is right here, this candle opened right here, price has only moved down. Which does what? Leaves an imbalance right here. Because what goes up leaves orders below. You know, when a candle has wicks on both sides, price has gone equally distributed throughout that candle. It has gone up, it's gone down. But with no wick candles, price has only gone distributed in one direction, which in this case, with a bullish candle, is only bullish, opened here, moved up, never moved back down to fill this, and then just keep going. Or this one, move down without moving up first. All right, so those are no wick candles, guys. I need you to remember no wick candles. A bearish candle with no top wick, or a bullish candle that is closed with no bottom wick. Now, once you have seen these candles, you want to look for them with the trend. Now, how do you spot the trend? The way you spot the trend is very simple. You look for if price is continuously breaking the highs or continuously breaking the lows with the bodies. So I look at body closures. So a downtrend is identified by price continuously breaking the lows and respecting the previous high. That's a downtrend. And an uptrend is the opposite. Price continuously breaking the highs and respecting the lows. That's a downtrend, that's an uptrend. If price is in a downtrend, you only look for bearish no-wick candles. So let's look at the charts. Let's find a downtrend here, guys. Here, downtrend. As you guys see, price is in a downtrend here. It's moving down. It's continuously breaking the lows with bodies. So close below here. Low, close below that low. Low, close below that low, right? And they're continuously respecting the high. So this high got respected by this high. And then this high got respected by this high. Downtrend. Since we're in a downtrend, we're only going to look for bearish candles with no top wick. Once we see a bearish candle with no top wick, like so, like that, we mark it up, like so. And then, here's the interesting thing. Since this candle, as we discussed earlier, has not gotten equally distributed, meaning price has not been here. Since this candle opened, price has only moved down, but it's never been here. It leaves an imbalance here. And just because the candle is closed doesn't mean price doesn't want to get back there. Price will come back there. And once price comes back there, to fill that imbalance right there, it has no more reason to go up again. And since we're in a downtrend, it's probably going to continue down. That's where we capitalize. So the only reason price isn't coming down here heavily is because this candle right here is pulling it upwards because it needs to fill this no-wick area, right? And this is, again, this is a gap in volume. It's a gap in volume where price has not gotten equally distributed right there. So then price will come up, tap this area. Once it taps this area, it will dump afterwards. So we capitalize. What do? We wait for price to come up and tap that candle. There it taps it. We enter right there. Once it taps it, we have stop loss at the break of structure. So break at the most recent high before the no wick, something like that, with breathing room, around 3.8 pip breathing room. Something like that. And a 1-to-1 RR. And then just watch the magic happen. TP. Same thing, literally right after. Literally right after, guys. Candle with no top wick. We mark it up. We wait for price to come up and tap this area. Again, doesn't have to be the singular line that it taps. It just needs to tap an area. So let's mark this area. Just needs to tap this area somewhere around here, you know, because price never respects a single line, guys. This is what you have to understand. Price never respects one line. Price respects an area, right? Let's see if price comes up and taps that area. Maybe we'll do with the next candle. It does. Once it taps that area right there, you enter, obviously, a sell, and then stop loss break of structure, TP at a 1-to-1, and you hit TP again. It doesn't get much simpler than this, guys. And obviously, since we're in a downtrend, we just ignore the bullish ones. Simple as that. Now let's look at some buys here. Let's look at some buys. And I know this sounds simple, but look, I didn't choose anything, guys, here. Price, I exited replay mode. Price put me here. So let's do this trend here. Let's do this trend here. The most recent trend, actually. I think this was on Friday. Yeah, this was this Friday. Most recent trend. So let's move. Let's see if we can. Okay, no wick candle. No wick candle. Which trend are we in? Let's see. Okay, we just broke this high. And then we're in an uptrend. We're in an uptrend since we just broke the structure here, and then we broke structure again. So we're in an uptrend. All right, uptrend. We see a candle with no wick. Price comes down, taps that candle with no wick. Then we enter a buy since we're in a bullish trend. All the bearish candles with no wick we ignore. We put stop loss at break of structure, which will be below here, with a little bit of breathing room, something like that, and TP at a 1-to-1 ratio. See what price does. Hits TP. Another one. Got another entry right after. All right, let's see what we do. Oh, we're in an uptrend. Okay, we mark it up. Price comes on, taps it. We enter a position with a trend, a buy. Stop loss at break of structure, meaning the most recent low before the Noah candle. Boom, with a little bit of breathing room, TP at 1-to-1. Let's see what happens. Will this also hit TP? And then market close. Market closed in profit, unfortunately. Yeah, market close right here. So, 2 candles, guys. Very simple price action. Noah candle, Noah candle. Wait for price to tap it and enter. Let's see if you guys have any questions, because I know you do. Okay, so we got a few questions here. What time frame does this work on? This works best on 15-minute time frame. You start on the 15-minute time frame. It's beautiful, I know. Starts on the 15-minute time frame, but you prioritize the higher time frame. All right, you prioritize the higher time frame. So, this means that, pay attention here, guys. Pay attention. Don't chat. Pay attention, because you're gonna probably miss this. This means that you start on the 15, you check for the 15-minute trend, and then when you see a Noah candle, you first check, is it a Noah candle? Is it a Noah candle on the higher time frame as well? If it is, you prioritize a higher time frame. So let's say it's a 15-minute candle, like this, and then on the 30-minute, it's also a Noah candle, you prioritize the 30-minute. And then if it's a 1 hour Noah candle as well, you prioritize a 1 hour Noah candle. Up to the 1 hour. So it's 15-minute, 30-minute, 1 hour, you prioritize the higher time frame, but you always start on the 15-minute. That's that. So time frame, make the text bigger. All right. Time frame 15 works best on 15M. Prioritize higher time frame. Pairs. What pairs does it work best with? These pairs right here, guys. Take a picture, grab your phone, take a picture, do whatever you want. Boop. You have these pairs right here to the right. AUD USD, AUD JPY, GBP USD, USD JPY, USD CHF, AUD CHF. These pairs were the original 4. AUD USD, GBP USD, USD JPY, and another one. Those were the original 4. But we've added AUD JPY, we've added USD CHF, and we added AUD CHF recently. Again, this is, guys, this is some information that only my inner circle knows about. All of these pairs. So pairs, all of these to the right. I can't be bothered typing them out. Right. Does it work in gold? Yes, it does. It's as simple as that, really, guys. That's pretty much a no entry, to be honest. Like, it's that simple, right? And you guys might be like, oh, Bart, but it doesn't work. Let's go over some trades. Let's just glance at the charts. Let's just glance at the charts. Let's choose any trend. Any trend you guys like. Say stop. I want you guys to say stop. The first stop I see, I'm gonna stop there. Why is the quality so bad? There's no way the quality is bad. Stop. I saw stop for Massimo there. Stop. Okay. I got it. I think it's a bit delayed because the stops came really late. Let's stop right there at this top right here. Now, let's look at this. One trend, guys. One trend. Let's go. And after this trend, I'm going to show you the new entry model that I've been working on. All right. We're in a downtrend, right? Downtrend. Everybody agrees we're in a downtrend. Now, how do I look at trend? Look, it's very simple, guys. I look at closures. So I look at price and I look where price is closed. Here's the high, closure high. Have we closed above this closure high? Yes. Boom, uptrend. 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 Most recent lower low, higher low. Close below that higher low. Break of structure. BOS right there. Because we closed below the most recent higher low closure. Right? Price comes down and we will break the lows again. Make sense, guys? Very simple way to look at the trend. You just look at closures. So first trade comes up, we enter. Stop loss at break of structure with a little bit of breathing room. TP at roughly 1-to-1. See what price does. Hits TP. And not to mention, we just got another one right there. So let me go back a bit because we got another one right here as well. Right there, no wick candle. Mark it up. Wait for price to come up, tap it. Taps it right there. We enter a sell. Stop loss at BOS up here. TP at 1-to-1. Right there. All right, both hit TP right there. Two bullish no wick candles, but since we're in a downtrend, we don't look at the bullish no wick candles. We focus on the bearish ones. Let's see, price keeps going down. That's two TPs. Oh, another one. Right there. Let's not miss it. Again, still in a downtrend, guys. We just close below these lows. We just continue the trend down. So BOS right there. We wait for price to come up and tap that candle, which it did right there. Tap the candle. We enter a position. Stop loss at BOS right here. TP at 1-to-1. Another TP. Bullish no wick, so we ignore it. Another one. And another one. I mean, it's pretty simple, guys. Like it's very simple. It's very simple. And it's the way it works, it's crazy to me how it works. That is one trend. Random trend. I told you guys to say stop. You guys said stop. I stopped at a random place. Random trend. We got 4 TPs. This is one day. This is Friday. This was Friday's price action. So if you traded Friday with one pair, with one trend, with one entry model, with one candle on Friday, if you started trading at midnight or right after market open, you've gotten 4 TPs and you would have been done by 2 p.m. Isn't that fucking crazy? So that is the compensation play, ladies and gentlemen. Now let's go over a few things about the compensation play that you might not have heard. Number one, I say it needs to be with the trend. You have to make sure that the external trend and internal trend match, meaning higher time frame and lower time frame trend match. So whenever you see a position on the 15-minute and it's with the trend on the 15-minute, you go to the 30-minute, and on the 30-minute, you check if the trend is the same. If the trend is the same on the 30-minute as it was on the 15-minute, the trend's. I only trade London session because it works best with my time zone, but you can trade London session, you can trade New York as well. Does it work with futures? Yes, it does. All right, guys. What's your win rate? The win rate for this entry model is 80% to 90% win rate. Does that make sense, guys? Does that make sense? And this is simple. This is why this is so simple, guys. Look, this is my life, and this is my my students' lives as well. Now that for the people I taught, me and my students and my inner circle's lives. This is how it works. We're going about our day because what we do is we go here. Look, I'm gonna show you another thing. We go here, we press this, we just add alert, and we add an alert on the indicator, which means that we go on about our day, do whatever we want, and then alert, no wick candle. Okay, let's see, 15-minute time frame. Okay, is it on the 30? Nope, it's just the 15. Okay, we look at the 15 since there's no high time frame. Is it with the trend? Yes. Is it with a higher time frame trend? Yes. Perfect. Check. Has it come back up and tap the candle? Okay, it did. Check. 1-to-1 RR. Stop as a break of structure. TP at 1-to-1. Enter the trade. Put my phone down. Go on about my day. And that will just hit TP in the background. Why not a 1-to-2 RR? Because backtesting has showed that 1-to-1 RR is the most optimal with this trend. And this is the way trading should be, guys. Like whenever I see people sit in front of they wake up, they sit in front of the charts and they draw. This is what they do. Liquidity pool. Oh, liquidity above here. Oh, inverse fair value gap. Oh, right here. Boom. And then this. And then let's take a Fibonacci here. And then let's do this. And then let's take 2 bananas. Put them here as well. Let's duplicate the bananas right there, like that. All right. Like this is what most traders do. This is how complicated most people trade. And when I tell them that I'm more profitable than all you guys, and I do this one thing. I do this one thing. I do this one thing. I'll wait for a candle with no wick. I'll wait for a candle with no wick. That's with the trend. I'll wait for price to tap that candle within 9 candles. Remember, guys, within 9 candles. So this means that if price from this candle creation to the point it taps it, there cannot be more than 9 candles in between. So wait for price to come down, tap that candle again. I enter a position. That's all I do, guys. That's all I do. And this is how I've achieved complete freedom, time freedom, location freedom, financial freedom. I can trade whenever I want. London session, New York session. London session just works best for me, but I just choose whichever session works best with my timeline or my time zone. Location freedom, I can do this wherever I want from my phone. Right? And financial freedom, because this literally prints me money. That's all I do. Right? And these are the pairs I use it on, guys. So take a picture if you need. 15 minutes, prioritize the higher time frame, make sure the higher time frame and the lower time frame aligns. And that's it. Cool. Now, I know you guys have a bunch of questions, but we got to keep going here. All right. I'll just show you a sneak peek of an entry model that we've been working on. A sneak peek of an entry model that we've been working on. It's called the pivot play. So, whenever you guys see a big push to the upside, like this one, whenever you see a big push to the upside or downside, if the very next opposite color candle of that push is a no wick candle, you have an amazing chance to enter right when that candle closes. So for example, big push, 3 green candles, the very next candle, 4 green candles, the very next candle is a opposite color candle, and it's a no wick candle. Amazing opportunity to enter right at that market candle closure. TP at stop loss at the break of the highs. TP at a 1 to 2 RR. This is an entry model we've been working on inside the group, inside my inner circle, just so you guys know. But try this out. Remember, big push or big dump. The first opposite color candle after the big push or big dump is if that's a no wick candle, you can enter a position immediately after that candle closes. So big green push, the first opposite color candle, meaning red candle, is a no wick candle. Right as that candle closes, we can enter a position against the push. It's another entry model that we're developing. But yes, so far so good, guys. So far so good. So far so good. So far so good. Could you please type the pairs on screen, not visible? Let me do this. All right, so for everybody that's in the WhatsApp, I'll send the picture of the pairs in the WhatsApp. All right, guys, that is the compensation play. That is the sauce. That is the no wick strategy. Simple, right? Very, very simple. The no wick strategy. It's as simple as that. Try it out. Go back, test it yourself, and you see the freaking results. But that is how I changed my life. How I changed over 150 people's lives as well through them trading this entry model. You know how we got over 100 funded traders using this entry model, getting paid out, and how we got even people that are not associated with me telling me, "Hey Bart, your strategy is fucking insane. I wasn't profitable for 2 years. Now I'm profitable after a few months. Thank you for the strategy." All because of this one entry model. So let's keep going here. Let me know if you guys enjoyed that. Did you guys enjoy the entry model? What do you guys think of it? And are you going to try it out? Yes. Let's go. Love to see it. All right, let's go. So, I mean, you get the point. That was a strategy. And this system works when you execute it properly. Once my student, Paul, implemented it, he got a $3K payout. Very simple, $3K payout straight to his bank account. And he even told me this would have not have happened fast without the program. Best choices ever made, learning this entry model, learning this strategy. Best choices ever made financially. We got Sam, who just received his first 1K payment, which is a first of many. This guy is actually crushing it. I think he has 100K funded right now that he's currently trading, and just many more, right? So then the question remains, why doesn't just everyone trade mechanically and become a millionaire? Because the strategy alone doesn't make you money. You need to know how to turn it into consistent monthly income. And now we're going to get to the part, guys, where I'm going to tell you how to pass prop firms using his best webinar I've ever seen. Amazing. Love to hear that, bro. Now we're going to go over how to pass prop firms. So the prop firm game plan for your first 5-figure months. Let's get into it, guys. Let's get into it. I almost broke my mic because I'm so excited for this. So how do we pass prop firms? Now you guys know the strategy. I've given you guys the strategy, the entry model. How do we pass prop firms? Look, I blew over 10 funded accounts before I ever got a single payout. I was stressed the fuck out. This is just a picture from me a few years ago. I was stressed the fuck out. And that was not because my strategy didn't work. It was because my approach was completely wrong. I was treating a prop firm like a personal account. And it's a night and day difference, completely different. I felt like the market has a personal vendetta against me. I don't know you guys, a lot of you guys feel like that as well. I was too attached to the outcome. And the moment you start trading with the account instead of trading the system, you're done, right? As soon as you start thinking about the money, as soon as you start thinking about the outcome, it's over, right? Instead of the process. So drop a yes if you guys, and I want you guys to think back to how you felt during that period as well. Drop a yes if you've ever been close to passing an account and then blown it. Like 2% away from passing or 1% away from passing, and your heart started racing. You started envisioning the future. You started envisioning, like, what am I going to do with the money? And then gone. I want you guys to relive that moment. Yes, yes, yes. Hated it, 100%. Yes, yes, no, lucky guy. Yes, 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 yes. You see, everybody has had that experience once. Everybody. So it's not a unusual feeling. I felt the same way you guys feel when it comes to that. I've done that so many times as well. But here's what actually killing most traders on prop challenges, and the fix that gets a lot of my students funds within a week. We see Gaston here is one of my best students who is crazing it. Is going crazy with it. Passed his second funded, has close to 100% win rate. You can't really see the screen here, but it has a 93% win rate, catching W's every single day. But what's killing most people's prop firm challenges is not their strategy, it's not their discipline, it's the math that's messing up their psychology. 95% of traders thinks high risk to reward is better, and that's because 90% of traders lose. Most traders don't fail challenges because they're unprofitable. They fail because the variance of their strategy sends them into a drawdown at the worst possible moments. With the 1 to 5 RR, you need a 17% win rate to break even. Sounds easy, right? Math, simple maths. Now flip it. With the 1-to-1 RR, which is what we trade with the strategy, you need an 85% win rate, which means you're right almost every single time. Your brain gets constant proof that the system works, so you stop second guessing and stop revenge trading. That's how it works, guys. You chase high win rate RR plays. Because if you have a low win rate, you'll lose much more than you'll win. Yes, you'll win big, but the constant losses will eventually eat at your psychology. That's why you need to have a good frequency between wins and losses. You need to win a lot and then lose a few times. That's why we have a 1-to-1 RR. That's why we have a high win rate, right? And once my student Philip understood this, he got a payout and pass his prop firm account, right? And he's not a genius or special because, again, most other people have done the same. And this is, especially, I love this. Edgar said, no wick strategy helped my psychology. It was the missing piece. I love that comment so much because it doesn't say it made me profitable, or it doesn't say, oh, the strategy is so good. It says it helped my psychology, which is why the strategy is so good, because it's so easy on psychology. That's why I love the no wick strategy. Because since it is, again, we talked about this earlier, since it's mechanical and objective, it's easy on psychology. You can't overthink. You don't have to interpret anything. You just simply hop to the charts. You know what you're going to do. You know what you're looking for, and you execute. Simple as that. So here's the exact game plan that they all used. Step 1. Pay attention now, guys. Grab a notebook. Step 1. The 3-account rotation system with a win cap. So don't buy one prop firm account. If instead of buying one big prop firm account, buy 3 accounts. 3 accounts at the same time. Each day, you trade them in order. You start with the first account, you start trading that. Then the second, then the third. Here's how you do that. So let's say you trade your first account. If you win on the first account, you keep trading it. If you lose on that account, you go to the next account. If you get 2 wins, you also go to the next account. That's how it works. So you have 3 accounts. You wake up, you start trading the first account. On the first account, if you lose, you go to the next account. If you take 2 wins in a row, you also go to the next account. Those are the only 2 criteria. So if you win one trade, you keep trading it until you get the second win, then you go to the next account. Or if you lose on that account, you go to the next. Very simple, guys. All right. And you do this throughout those 3 accounts. Once those 3 accounts have been traded on and finished, you're done for the day. Which means that once you've taken a loss on all 3, or once you've won 6 trades, 2 on each, you're done for the day. Trust me, guys, this is the best fucking way to do it. And I can't stress this enough. If I could ingrain something into your brain today, it will be this. This way of trading prop firms. It is a cheat code because you spread your risk out and you encourage winning streaks while you cut losing streaks. You literally make it lopsided. You make the winning continue and you cut the losses. It's insanely profitable. Keep this in mind, guys, and do this. Please try it. So instead of buying a 100K account, buy a multiple 25K accounts and do this. You know, if all 3 accounts take a loss, your day is over. Because what actually fails challenges isn't a bad strategy. It's that one bad day can fuck your whole account up. You know, you want to make it impossible for one day to fuck your whole account up. You want to make that impossible. All right. I have 2. Is that okay? Yes, that's better than 1. But ideally want 3. Step 1. Never buy one challenge and pray. Be a machine gun. You have to be a machine gun, guys. That was step 1, by the way. The thing we just talked about. Buy 3 accounts and do that method. Step 2. Be a machine gun, not a sniper. You want to get your first payout as fast as humanly possible. Not because you're greedy, but because it makes it real. It's the feeling you've been chasing. All right. I always trade my evaluation phases super aggressively. Super aggressively. I might increase my risk to 2% per trade. But I try to pass the evaluation phase so quickly because I hate being in something we in the group call evaluation prison. You don't want to be in evaluation prison. I used to have an account for 2 months. Didn't pass it, didn't lose it. Just sitting there. Went up 2%, lost 1%. Went up 3%, lost 2%. And just went there. But you don't want that. You want to either fail it or pass it quickly because you want to get to the funded stage as quick as possible so you can get a payout. Because before you get a payout, you won't even believe trading is real. You need that. You need to crack the game. And once you crack it, the other ones start rolling. That's the best part about this game. The best part about this game of trading is once you learn the trading, once you learn the game, you're done. You know it. You've cracked the game. There's no going back to unprofitability. There's no going back to fucking misery. All right, you just need to crack the game once, guys. And I'm telling you, this strategy that I taught you today is the chance to do so. Like I said, it's like riding a bike. You stumble, but once you're riding, you're good forever. And I guarantee, if you follow this roadmap, you'll see results. I guarantee. Why am I so confident? Because I've seen it happen over and over again. We got wins over wins of wins of wins. And you go to my Instagram and just check the wins. Full of wins, full of people just going crazy with the strategy. Win, you know? And it's not just having a system that's so simple. It's about having a system that's so simple that you'll question if trading is even real. Right? This is a comment I got from somebody who learned the strategy. My win rate after being in this program for months is around 70 to 80%, and I owe it all to Bard and T&E. We're only going up from here. 70 to 80%. That's insanely profitable, guys. Now you have all 3 pillars. You have psychology, strategy, and scaling. And do you feel now that after learning about these 3 pillars, you're in a better position than you were before this masterclass to become profitable within the next few months? Yes or no? Let me know in the chat and be honest with me. Be honest, because I love feedback. You know, I have no ego in this. I love feedback. I want to know. Do you guys feel like you're in a better position to become profitable after this webinar than you were before? And do you feel like you can take something out of this masterclass that's going to aid you towards becoming profitable? Does it work on gold? Yes. Okay, only yes. I see only yeses. Love to fucking see this. This literally brings a smile to my face. Yes, 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 yes. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. Let's go, guys. This is amazing, 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 amazing. Okay, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's give him even more value. I want to ask you first, before I give that value, what's the first thing you'd do if you're making $10,000 a month from trading? Would you quit your job? Would you pay off debt? Would you take your family somewhere? Put it in the chat. Whatever it is. What would you guys want to do? This could be anything, by the way. I don't judge. If you say, I want to spend it on strippers in Miami, all power to you, brother. Every new car, nice. Pay off my debt, amazing. Spend time with family, let's go. Love that, spend time with family. Love that. Scale, nice, nice, nice. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Really, the only question that remains is whether you should go at it alone or have help along the way. Throughout my journey, I realized that most people didn't have the right systems or knowledge to capitalize on this opportunity, which is why I hosted this class to give everyone the opportunity to learn for completely free. Because again, everybody does not have the opportunity or even can get the opportunity to learn. You can, by all means, make it alone. And I'm an example of that. I made it completely alone. You know, I didn't have a mentor, a friend, family member that traded. I didn't have anything. I started at it alone, and I'm still learning alone, pretty much, you know? And that took me around 4 years. You know, I've been trading for 4.5 years now. It took me around 2.5 years to become profitable, but I've been trading for 4.5 years. So imagine, it took me a little bit more than 4 years to get to this point by myself, completely by myself. You know, the sad truth is that most people never succeeded. They will never succeed. And if they try and implement everything I've just gone over by themselves, it doesn't matter. They will never succeed because some people just doesn't work that way. For me, it was a very hard time because there are a lot of hurdles you could fall over if you decide to go at this completely alone. It could literally take you days. It could take you days to cover all of those hurdles, you know, even if you tried. Just for me to mention all the hurdles I had to go over, this webinar would be 2 days long. I've went through pretty much everything a trader can go through. And the reality is most people need more guidance and help than just a 90-minute class to see real life-changing results. Which is why I started my coaching program, the No Wick Edge, a year ago. Because I knew that most people were literally just 90 days away from having a proven mechanical system that makes them money while they're not at their desk, wherever they are, complete location freedom, like we talked about earlier, a clear step-by-step roadmap so they always know exactly what to do next, and being surrounded by profitable traders and having direct one-on-one coaching so they never fall at the same hurdles that kept me stuck for years. So I put this theory to the test. I did it. You know, I was like, all right, let me try. And you guys have to remember this. I started this a bit less than a year ago. I started my coaching program. The 4 first years for that, I was just trading by myself, which means that I was a trader first. And I proved it to everybody that I knew how to trade by going live every single day before I started teaching anybody anything, because I felt in my heart that I couldn't teach people if I haven't done it myself first. So I did it myself first, and then I started teaching people. And it was honestly because of high demand. You know, people were asking me on the live streams, hey, Bart, teach me. Please, teach me. Just teach me, bro. Every single day they were asking on my live streams because they saw the results. They saw what I was doing with it, like on the charts. And so I put the theory in the test. I was like, all right, let me try. Sure, let me try. So I took a couple of people on for one-on-one students to see if I could help them change their lives too, the same way I did. And it's safe to say the results were freaking insane. I couldn't even believe them. Here we have one of my students who passed after 6 months of struggle. Here we have Rez, who literally made 1K, 1.4K in 1 day. And that was, I think this was like 2 months into the program. So yeah, it's fair to say it worked. And because everyone here signed up to this masterclass and went the extra mile to actually show up and learn live, and for those of you who are interested in more support and actually want support to do this and get profitable within 90 days guaranteed, I'm going to reward you with an offer I legitimately would not make anywhere else. Like I did for Kaloyan, Omar, Imran, Mark, Alex, and many, many others who are my students, who have taught and who are now trading the strategy and just doing whatever they want pretty much. So if I have your permission to talk about this offer I prepared for you, drop a yes in the chat right now. Let me know if you guys are interested in knowing about this offer that I prepared, because it might actually be life-changing. And you know what? Fuck that. Not might. It will be life-changing because I've proven it over and over again. So let me know if I have your permission and we'll get to it. Okay, let's go. So I present to you the no wick edge, from 0 to 10K a month trading within 90 days with a repeatable system, guaranteed results that anybody can follow, even if you have no trading experience at all. What does it include? Number one, a 12-chapter roadmap. Most people watch 21 different trading gurus who've never done it themselves and try to piece together a strategy. One thing, guys, if you're watching a trading guru right now or someone on YouTube, go to their first YouTube videos. If they have a link below their first YouTube videos, they started it for the wrong reasons. They started the trading channel to attract people to a trading system, to learn a trading system, to buy a trading system from them that doesn't work. I did it the opposite way. I first developed the trading system. I first proved it worked. I traded it myself. I made a living off of it. And then people, because of high demand, I started teaching other people it as well and building an inner circle of traders. Not only because of high demand, but also because I wanted to have a group of highly profitable individuals around me that trade the same strategy, that share different beliefs about the strategy, that develop the strategy together. And I didn't have that, so I built it. That's why the no wick is built, honestly. It's built for me to have an inner circle of profitable traders that I can bounce ideas off of, that I can meet across the world, and I can develop the no wick strategy together with and make it even better than what it is today. That's why the no wick edge started. Just a quick backstory for y'all. In the no wick edge, you get my complete 12-chapter blueprint, a step-by-step plan to follow in video training format. It's literally everything I know about trading. And you guys have a lot of knowledge from this masterclass, but here, different type, different depth for anybody that wants to go super deep and is super serious about this. I would say this roadmap alone has brought more six-figure trading traders than any other programs in their entirety. Like just those videos have probably made more people profitable than TGR's course in its entirety. Like I genuinely believe that. And I've heard it from a lot of sources, because it's designed so simply that a 12-year-old could follow it. 2, obviously the thing you guys are here for, the profitable trading systems. The no wick system is the framework that I've used to scale to $800,000+ and it's everything I know about trading. All of the tiny 1% tweaks in the no wick strategy that made Omar 10K a month that you can just copy and paste. Scaling is super easy since the system is replicable. Everyone can start using it and become profitable with weeks. You don't have to learn anything. You don't have to solve anything. There's not an equation. It's not a math test. You simply learn the rules, learn the system, and then apply it to the charts. So you hop onto the charts, you look at the charts, you look at the system, you're like, all right, does it match? Yes, I take a trade. If it doesn't, I don't take a trade. As simple as that. Which means that you don't have to think or analyze or even spend any brain power to actually become profitable trading and start taking payouts of 2K, 3K, 4K, 5K, and eventually reach those 10K months completely remotely. Imagine what you guys could do with $10,000 a month remotely. That is life-changing. I'm telling you right now, I've never felt better in my life than when I reached 10K a month trading. That was peak life. I could do whatever I wanted. I had so much time for anything. So I'm telling you guys, it's truly possible. You just need to have the right vehicle. And today, you might have actually found the right vehicle. The material is constantly being updated as well. And there's so many more setups, tools, and things I can't share in free content because it'll be tailored to you individually, right? Which leads me into pillar 3, one-on-one coaching, support, accountability. You need to treat trading like a competitive sport because it is. I would say trading is one of the hardest things to get into in the world. Harder than football, harder than whatever industry you choose. Do you really think that the best athletes don't have coaches? Of course they do. Which is why you'll have personal one-on-one help directly from me and other profitable traders, which is expert knowledge and accountability, weekly one-on-one calls to keep you on track, review your progress, and make improvements. And the best thing about this is if you do it yourself, one mistake, you can make a mistake, but you can't identify it without somebody that knows about the mistake and has made it before looking at it, which means that if you do this alone, you could make the same mistake for 2 weeks. The same small mistake for 2 weeks before you figure out what's wrong. Instead of having somebody tell you within the first day, hey, you're doing this mistake, and you fixing it within 10 minutes, and then you spare yourself 2 weeks of trouble. Because you fix a problem that could be fixed in 5 minutes instead of spending a week, 2 weeks trying to find out what it is and losing from it. That's why it's such an unfair advantage having people by your side that have done what you're trying to do. I wish I had a mentor. I didn't have a mentor. I wish I had a mentor. It would have helped me so much, and I would have been profitable 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago. I would have been profitable immediately as I started trading. You get 24/7 one-on-one tech support with experts when you get stuck. Just look at what Mike, Bradley, and Zenon have to say. Mike, good week, and also the support in the group is insane. Motivation always on top. Zenon said, easily been one of the best decisions I've made to join. You're in good hands with Bard. Bradley said, Bradley passed an account, and then said he was absent. And I was like, oh, when he went absent, I was like, oh, Bradley is just, he doesn't want to do it anymore. Then he came back like 2 weeks later and was like, I passed an account. I was like, what did you do? He was like, no, nothing. I just learned the system. I was on vacation and I just passed it. Crazy. Fourth, community and group coaching. You'll join the private No Wick Edge community with my other one-on-one students making anywhere from $5,000 to $15,000 a month. These are the group calls with me personally. I have 2 of them a week, and it's a group call. They're like 2 hours long. Just talk shit with the students, have fun, but also learn, drop value, and answer any questions they have, or review any trades they took, and make sure they're on the right track to become profitable. You'll also get access to past group calls archived too, where there's a fountain of untapped knowledge and information. All the group calls that I've had for the last 7 months of running this program are there, which means that you have 7 months of me just dropping pure knowledge and trading information and answering questions for 7 months straight. My whole brain is literally in those classes, which you now have access to. It's basically like this masterclass, but on specific topics where you can ask questions live as well. That's what the group calls are for. So what would having all of this really mean for you? It would mean no more guessing about where to enter. You have a step-by-step system that's worked for hundreds of other traders. No more spending months trying different strategies that don't work, trying this for a week, being a bit profitable, but then falling off a cliff and then trying something else, being a bit profitable, but then not working really and then trying something else. We'll systemize the execution and catch profitable trades on autopilot with 85% win rate. No more quitting when shit gets hard. No more like, I can't do this, because when you're alone, it's easy to quit. Nobody's holding you accountable. We hold you accountable. I've told my students, I'm like, if I see you want to quit, I'll be at your door. I don't care where you live. I'll be at your door, knocking. Hey, no quitting. I'll be at your window. I'm like that. So no quitting. We'll hold you accountable. We'll make sure that you're following the step, that you see it through, because I tell this to my students. I'm like, the only traders who lose are the traders that quit. There are no losers in trading. It's just losers. I made a video about this on my Instagram. Success in trading and failure are on the same path. It's just that failure is on an earlier exit. Simple as that. The truth is, you can't figure this out on yourself. You can't do it. The knowledge I've given you here is an amazing start for you to give it a shot. But it will likely take you 2 to 3 years, cost you $10,000 plus in mistakes, and you'll probably quit before you succeed, like 99% do, like I talked about. So you can do this alone, but it will take you 2 years. That's why the general consensus is in trading is like, oh, it takes you 2 years to become profitable. It is because of people tried it themselves. That's why it takes 2 years. That's why it took 2 years for pretty much everybody that tells you it takes 2 years, because they tried it themselves. Anybody that has a mentor, ask them. They'll tell you it doesn't take 2 years. Ask anybody from my group. Ask anybody. Does it take 2 years to become profitable? They'll tell you, hell no. Hell no, because they have a mentor. That's the difference. Right? So you can choose. Either you'll let it take 2 to 3 years, or you can change your life in 90 days with our proven system, personal coaching, and a 90-day roadmap. which makes this a no-brainer for anybody who's serious. Like if you're truly serious about changing your life with trading, this is a no-brainer. You have somebody that's literally done it and helped other people do it, telling you, hey, join us. Let us show you how we did it and join our inner circle. So you also can be a trader making anywhere from $5,000 to $15,000 a month and helping me develop the knowledge strategy and making it even better. You know, you literally cannot fail if you work with us and stay consistent. It's logically impossible. I know a lot of programs that would charge you $7,000 literally for the free information I've shared today. Like I know so many people that charge, like behind the $7,000 paywall, this is what you'll find. The same thing I shared today for free. No, not even this. Worse than this. And I could easily charge $10,000 for my system and coaching. I could easily charge $10,000, and people would buy that shit any day of the week because they see the results, right? Especially when we've seen clients get returns of $10,000 a month from funded accounts alone. The truth is, this isn't a cheap. This is a premium coaching program, and not all of you are going to be good fits to work with me. That's just the truth. I spent a lot of time over the last year perfecting it. The product and the results are something I'm very proud of. I'm very proud of what I've achieved. I'm very proud of the results I've had for myself and the results I've provided for other people. Which is why you will need a mid 4 figures USD investment to join any of the program we offer, if you're interested. If you're interested in becoming profitable within 90 days. Now, it'll pay off, obviously, but that's only if you have the upfront cash, or you don't even need the upfront cash. And that's because I've seen people make their entire investment back within the first month, and then triple it in the second, and then quadruple it in the fourth, and just have an exponential growth, because that's what trading works. Trading works like this: unprofitable, 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 profitable, profitable. That's how trading works. Because once you learn how to trade, you just increase your risk, and you just increase your capital, and just compound. You know, you just need the skill. I've seen people build trading accounts that they could scale to $100,000, right? And that's a crazy return on investment. So if you want to apply, click the button on your screen now to fill out the application and book a call with my team. Right now, there should be a button on your screen right now. Click that button and you can schedule an application with my team. Now, I'm saying this right now, you might not be a good fit. That's why we have this interview. That's why we have this call, because we want to see if you're a good fit for the program. We want to see if you actually match our values. And it's as simple as that, really. You know, we can't just bring in anybody. So yeah, click on the screen right now if you want to apply, if you're interested to work with us. Also, I'm going to make you a one-time special offer that I've only done once before, that you can't refuse. It's that good. You cannot refuse this if you're serious about trading. First of all, a $1,000 discount to both our standard program and our DIY program, which is less support but more affordable. This discount is only for the first 20 people that join. Of course, it's limited because the people who tend to see the best success inside of the No Wick Edge are the ones who move the quickest and who are decisive. They take action without hesitation. Action takers. I'm an action taker. I only want action takers around me. I only want people that see something, see the opportunity within it, and takes it. That's people who I want around me. And we only take people who back themselves to succeed as well, who believe that they can succeed, who believe that they can do this. Because if you don't believe you can't do this, then there's no point. You have to believe that this is possible, and hopefully today you've seen that it's possible. And on top of that, I thought, why not add some crazy bonuses too? Just because when I wrote this, I was in a good mood. So, free bonus number 1, you get your own private trading platform. I used to sell this platform for $3,000. You get it for free. It's a complete trading platform. Well, you can journal every single trade you have. It tells you exactly what you need to work on. You can filter it out from week to month. And not only that, I have access to it so I can see, and it logs all the data, and I can give you direct feedback just based off what you log here. You don't even have to tell me anything. I can see how your trading is doing, and I can help you from there. Me and my team are personally going out to do this, all of this planning for you based on your goals, account size, and risk tolerance, so that you're 100% confident in your trading plan and you don't have to worry about the process at all. Free bonus number 2, in-house funding. Now this is, I want to take out my shirt, but I don't have anything underneath. This is the best thing that has happened to my community in a while. In-house funding. Now, this is not available to the public. We are working with YouFunded, and YouFunded is an invite-only prop firm that works with a small number of traders around the world. There's no challenge, There's no waiting months to get funded. It's an instant funding account. So literally, you buy the account, here's the money. Trade it, whatever you make, request a payout, and we'll pay you out. There's no challenge phase. There's no rules. You can trade news. There's no consistency. There's nothing. You can trade however you want, whenever you want, if you just buy the account and get instantly funded. It is crazy. And for you guys that join, you will see, because there's a whole onboarding process for that as well. But you'll see, you'll get instantly funded and you can withdraw the profits straight away. This is my personal connection at the prop firm that I've worked with myself. Same firm that's funded me and dozens of my students as well. Instead of you wasting thousands failing on prop challenges on your own, you have a direct path to instant funding through a firm that we know and we guarantee is going to pay you out. The two most important parts of your trading, your strategy and your funding, are fully covered. Fully covered. You don't even have to worry about it. You'll get your funding, you have the strategy, and you'll get the platform. Now, can you see how valuable having all of these free bonuses are? Give me a yes in the chat if you see how valuable these free bonuses are, because I think I've done one webinar in the past and the bonuses were not this good. I think this is the best bonuses we ever had, especially with the instant funded. Game changer. These bonuses are only available for those who registered for the masterclass, by the way. They're literally worth the entire program fee by themselves, which is crazy to say, but these three things are literally worth the entire program fee, just these three things. And then forget about the coaching, forget about all of that. Just these three things, having access to YouFunded, which is, again, an invite-only platform. You can search up YouFunded now and try to buy an account. They won't let you. There's no option to buy an account. You have to go through us to buy an account with them. And they work with a handful of top traders around the world and trading communities around the world. Also, remember, the No Wick Edge is a hands-on coaching program. We obviously have very, very limited space because we coach people directly. And with how many people we have just made this insane offer to on this class, we'll probably fill up fast, very fast. Last time, I think we filled up in 5 minutes. So yeah, you guys gotta be quick. If the button is on your screen right now, go apply for a call and see if you can find a spot. So if you want to apply, click the button on your screen right now to fill out the application and book your enrollment call. It literally takes you 30 seconds. So just do it. I'll give you 30 seconds, guys. You know what? Let me go grab some water. I'll grab some water and I'll give you guys 30 seconds. All right, we're back. We're back. Hopefully you book your call now. I hope you're a good fit, honestly, and I hope they even take you in, because there's probably going to be a lot of people booking. When you apply, if you qualify, you'll be able to book in an enrollment interview call with me or one of my closest team members. If everything sounds good, we'll let you in. Also, I just want you to put this into perspective. If you made just $8,000 a month, like Terrence, who started off as a complete beginner, that's an additional $96,000 a year in additional income. Additional income. That's almost 6 figures in additional income. And that's $8,000 a month, which is not, it might be a crazy number, but in the trading space, that's not a crazy number, especially if you have a profitable strategy. If you had $10,000 a month, like Ilyas did, that's $120,000 a year, more than most people make over the course of half a decade. And the best part is, by working with me, you get the skill set to execute on your own and stay profitable no matter what market shifts happen. Because again, we help each other out in the group. We have a group. Inside the group, we help each other out. If somebody's failing, we check why they're failing, what they can do better, what the people that are profitable are doing, and we just mirror them. That's why it works with the group. That's why it's a team sport. That's why the people in the team always progress faster than people that do it alone. You can take that in any field of human life. People that are in a team always progress faster than people that are alone. That's just how it works. And you'll literally have the skill to generate income forever, and no one can ever take that away from you. So just put that in perspective as well. Once you learn the skill, it's in here. So unless somebody comes in and takes your brain out of your skull, that information is locked and loaded right there. They can take your house, they can take your car, they can take everything. If you have a laptop and a Wi-Fi, you'll be able to make money because you have the skill. And nobody can ever, ever, ever take that away from you once you have it. So what's actually riskier? Stumbling about, burning through thousands on random strategies through trial and error, not taking action at all, or joining a program where you're guided one-on-one every step of the way, where we're dedicated and will make you profitable. What's riskier? I'd say the first one. Omar had been burned by other programs before working with me, and now he makes multiple six figures. And I'm not here to tell you that you need my help to succeed. I'm here to say that it's an option for those who want to help improving faster and also avoiding costly mistakes. It's not necessary. It's an option for anybody that's ultra serious and wants to do it quicker. Simple as that. Now, we do have financing options available too through our partners, Split It and Klarna. No approval needed if you have available credit. So there's no pressure on paying everything up front. If you don't want to do that, you can always split it. No pun intended. However, we won't accept your credit card if we don't think we can guarantee your results. It's simple as that. You can be like, hey, Bard, I want to join. If we feel like your values do not watch what we represent inside the group, if you feel like you're not a good fit for the group, we can't accept you. I'm very, 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 very selective with who I let in. Very selective, because again, these are my close. This is my inner circle of traders. I personally talk to these people week in, week out. Therefore, I'm very careful of who I let in, because I'm very careful who I spend my energy on. Very simple. So we hope you're a good fit. That's all I'm trying to say. And let's go over who this is for. This is for action takers, for people who have had the capacity to invest in themselves because they know coaching will shortcut their path to success. Basically, people who can think logically. For those who know that they can become financially free using the no-wick strategy. Who this isn't for. This is not for people who have less than 4 figures to invest in their education and trading and in themselves. If you don't want to invest in yourself, completely fine, but this is not for you. I'm sorry. For people who aren't going to be committed and consistent, you might come in, but if you're not committed and consistent, can't work with you. Or for people looking to get a get-rich-quick scheme. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. I'm not promising you're going to make $1 million in a week. I'm promising consistent and guaranteed results over a certain period of time if you put in the work. We'll give you every single tool. We'll give you all you need. We'll push you. But at the end of the day, if you're not willing to do the work, can't help you. That's how this works. You know, and like I said, trading is not a way to go from 0 to 100. Trading is a way to go from 100 to 1 million. Right? So if you're at 0, save up some money first, then get into trading. That's just my honest opinion. By the way, for anybody that tried to book a call, but there were no slots, we've just opened up more slots, so you can try rebooking. There's going to be more slots open right now. Just got a message from my team. So we opened up slots. By the way, we're going to have a Q&A after this, guys, as well. We're going to have a Q&A after this, so make sure to stay for the Q&A if there's any questions you have. So, yeah, let's do it. Let's have a Q&A. Number 1, how long does it take to see results? Maximum, if you put in the effort, max 4 months. If you put in the effort and energy, you know? But I've probably never had anybody that hasn't become profitable within 7 months. It's either they quit or they eventually become profitable. And if they eventually become profitable, it's usually within 7 months. It's just a nature of how the strategy is built, because to learn the strategy takes like a month, and then the rest of the month is just getting psychology in check. You know, not making stupid mistakes, fine-tuning. And that fine-tuning doesn't take too long before you actually become profitable, especially with the instant funding option that we have in the group. Like, you'll make money pretty quickly. You know, it's not a get-rich-quick scheme, but it's a get-richer-quicker scheme, if you will. You know, it's quicker than what most programs offer. Why is this program different? Very simple, because the strategy is different, and I developed it. There's nobody else that developed a no-wick strategy. I was the sole developer of it, and I spent quite a bit of time developing it. If you see bags under my eyes, that's why. I haven't slept right in 4 years, because I spent my soul and energy trying to develop this strategy, making it the best strategy on earth. So that's why the program is different. We have the best strategy. And also, since we have the best strategy, we have the most dedicated people and we have the most profitable people inside the program, which will guide you and help you become a profitable trader as well. That is why this program is different, because the fundamental thing that drives the program, the fundamental philosophy of the program, which is the strategy we teach, is completely different and you can't find anywhere else. You might find it everywhere else, but not from the founder. There's only one founder. How much should I expect to spend on trading capital? Anywhere between, with prop firms, you can spend $100. If you have $100 to spend, that's fine, because you can buy prop firm accounts for $100 nowadays. So anywhere between, now there's no limit to how much. You can obviously spend $50,000 if you have that, but as long as you have $100, you can get started. And you can buy an account and get a payout from that account, and then take that payout and then put it into a bigger account, take that payout and buy a bigger account, and suddenly scale to 2 big accounts. Once you have 2 big accounts, you take payouts from those and set it into your live account, build your live account and start trading that. Might be confusing, but that's how we do it, right? So you just need a little bit to start off with so you can get that first funded account. Once you have that, you can scale up from that. Can I do this alongside school or 9 to 5? Hell yes. Most of my people, do you guys think the people in the program or the people that join the program are unemployed? No, nobody's unemployed. Unemployed people will never join a program like this. Unemployed people are unemployed for a reason. The people that join this program are employed people that just feel like they want a side income, extra income on the side, and also they feel like they want more time with their kids or their family or to do the things they love. And they feel like their job is taking their time from them. That's why they join. So yes, you can definitely, not you can, most people do. Most people do this alongside school or 9 to 5, of course. What is the difference between the one-on-one program and the DIY program? The only difference is that on the one-on-one program, you get a one-on-one coach. And on the DIY program, you get everything else, group calls, community access, funded, everything, except the one-on-one coaching. So that's literally the only difference. It's just on the one-on-one program, you get one-on-one coaching where you can speak with me or coaches one-on-one. And we hop on calls with you and personally tailor everything to you. That's the only difference. Now, if any of those were the reason you didn't apply to book a call, hopefully now I've answered them, right? So if I've answered them, click the link in the chat and apply. Again, it takes 30 seconds and it's going to be a call, and it's a no pressure call, by the way. No pressure call. On that call, we're just going to figure out who you are and what you need help with. It's not a high pressure sales pitch. We're not going to be like, oh, you need to buy. No, it's going to be a chill conversation. And we're just going to see, all right, where are you in your trading? What have you done so far? And how can we help you? Are you a good fit for the program? Who are you even? If you're a good fit for the program and we like you, you'll be accepted in. If not, we'll tell you goodbye. No pressure, nothing at all. It's just a chill conversation. Now, open Q&A. Open Q&A. So we're going to answer some questions now about anything. So let's see. Let's see some questions, guys. Come on. Hype up. Let's see some questions. Let's go.